Hello everyone, Ginger here from WebWench DIY Nails, and today I'm going to take you through my swatching process. I've got an order here from Bombshell Nail Company, and it was my first foray into the fall colors for 2022. And we're going to start with the cashmere color. Everything is a shimmer or a glitter, or I did break and get one thermal. Also, the last one on the list is a thermal. This is a wonderful shimmer called cashmere, and for every single one of these I'm going to take you through how I do 2 coats of dip using dip liquids that I don't want to use for anything else, so I use them for swatching. And then I activate, and then I add a gel top coat. I swatch because, number one, I like to test out each powder before I use it on my nails. I'm testing to see how well refined it is. I'm testing to see how it reacts with the dip liquids. I've been doing a lot of gel manicures lately, or gel dip powder manicures, so the dip powder liquids are something I use on a whim, depending on my mood. I think I'm going to use them tonight, actually. After doing this voiceover for this video, I've decided that I need to use these colors now. So maybe in a couple of weeks you'll see that video. I have some designs in mind that I've never tried before. Anyway, I brush off the powder between each layer. I also use the hard scrubby brush in between each layer. I activate as normal. I don't do any filing because these are swatches. I want to see what the color looks like with the dip powder liquids, knowing full well that if I use gel, it could possibly look a little different. Gel liquids always change the shade, the color, the nuances of your dip powders. So you keep that in mind. If you want to see what it looks like with gel, use gel in your swatches. I like using dip powder liquids because I have a lot of them that I really don't use much, to be honest. I top coats so that I can see what it looks like with the top coat on it. To be brutally honest with you, one of the main reasons I swatch is because I do manicures for my daughter and my mother as well, and this way it gives me an easy way to show them all of the colors that they can choose from, so they can sit and suffer with their decision without my involvement, because I have my own decision issues. You'll notice for this chunky glitter called It's Fall, Y'all, I'm using my finger to get the bigger, chunkier pieces to lay flat. And that's important to keep your manicure less bulky and to keep your layers as thin as possible. You don't want these big chunky layers sitting sideways or sitting straight up. So it's best to press them down. But if you're using gel, you don't want to touch your skin to the gel. I'm using dip powder liquids here, but I've gotten into the habit of just protecting my manicure on that finger and my skin, because even the dip powder liquids can give me trouble on my skin. So I try to avoid touching them directly, any of them. Did you notice the one coat coverage that this color got, this Fall Y'all chunky glitter? Wow, I could probably get away with one coat of that on the designs that I have in mind for tonight, so I thought that was interesting. Cashmere is a very pretty shimmer, and the colors that I chose all go really well together, so who knows what kind of combination I'm going to come up with. I don't even know yet, so I can't even pretend to tease you. A lot of this is repetitive. It's all the same thing. Summer shimmers, the chunky glitter was a little bit different. You have to lay, whether it's your nail or a swatch stick, you lay into the glitter on top of it for the flattest application. And I tend to do that with all of them now. One thing I will tell you about the Bombshell powders that I'm swatching here is that they were very, very finely milled, meaning they're much more powdery, less granular than some powders. And I really like that because I do most times use gel liquids for my manicures. I know with a finely milled powder like this, I can use the tap method to tap the powder onto my gel base, and I get much thinner layers this way. I use less powder, not that I'm worried about it because let's face it, we all have more powder than we could possibly use in our lifetime. Or is that just me? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I like when I come across a powder that's this finely milled for that reason. I can tap it on with my brush. You'll see when I come out with that video, and you can see it in other videos that I've done. Gel method with the tapping the brush. It just, I find I get even full layers that are a lot thinner that way, and that's my goal, because I typically use builder, gel, and then peel base. I already have my nail built up and everything. I don't need anything but the color of the dip powders that I do. So, I think that's everything I wanted to say. The last one's a thermal, and the rest are just shimmery and gorgeous, pretty much. I did get pumpkin spice latte as a joke, because that's my daughter's favorite Dunkin' drink, so I got that color for her. I know she's gonna love it. She's really into, like me, very much into the Halloween theme and the fall theme. It's our color palette, so, and she's always had a car pumpkin colored. Don't ask me why. She's on her second car, and both have been pumpkin colored. So I mean, this runs deep, y'all. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, well, we're halfway through the video now. I think I'm going to give you some time to chill out, watch the swatching process, see how gorgeous these colors are after they get some top coat on them. I'll play some music for you, and I'll meet you back up near the end to go over the different colors and how they look fully swatched. Enjoy the music. Okay, I just wanted to step in here and talk about this Rising Phoenix. This is a thermal, and it's got foils in it. And those foils are dark red, orange, dark orange. Now, I don't want to talk about the thermal. That's a thing, you know, warm, cold, different changes on your finger. The foils, however, I've found that getting them to stick on the initial application is, by chance, not always a great result. So placing them individually by placing down a little base exactly where you want the foils and actually placing them works best if the randomness of it does not satisfy you. I didn't do that on the swatch because it's a swatch. The only other thing I want to mention is dark color foils like this will bleed. The color will bleed off of them. So when you're doing your manicures with them on, you want to float the next base coat over the foil so you don't drag the color onto your brush or onto the rest of your nail. That again is something that takes practice and experience. So good luck, adventurer. I will do my best to demonstrate what I mean by floating the base over the foils in a video where I use this in a dip powder application, whether it be gel or dip liquids, doesn't matter. It's the same process to avoid that bleeding color. I'll let you get back to watching, and I'll be back again at the end. And there you have it, a full swatch. There's the cashmere and the It's Fall Y'all. I like that one. And then Marsala. I love this color. It matches my table there. Moscow Mule, Pot of Rose Gold, Pumpkin Spice Latte, and Rising Phoenix. And here you can start to see the thermal reaction. Warm gets yellow, cold gets darker orange. I think I may have to use that one tonight too. This should be interesting. Here at the end, I just go through the process of labeling my swatches. I found that the Sharpie markers, writing on them wears off because if you handle them too much. So I use stickers, and eventually I place tape over them to keep them on the stick. And I get to play with a gadget, the Labelmaker, that way. I'll leave links to what I'm using down in the description box for you. And here you go, all the final swatches. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy swatching videos, let me know so that I'll make more. Otherwise, I'll just think that nobody's interested and I won't make any more. I have plenty of swatching to do, so I could even do them live. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments below, please. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you have friends that are into doing their own nails, you know, share my channel with them, see what they think. I try to help share the tips and tricks that I learn along the way. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have fun with your nails, everyone. Good luck, adventurers!